Hi, for those of you who started following my HRT diary, I'm really sorry it just suddenly abruptly stopped after week 2. I really was beginning to really struggle. I think I had too high expectations of what HRT would do and how quickly it would do it. And I really actually dipped considerably after week 2. I did carry on recording for a bit. I carried on recording for about 2 or 3 weeks afterwards. And so this video is really just a catch up of where I was, where I've got to, and my thoughts on moving forward. But as you can probably gather by the fact that I'm back recording, things are beginning to improve. So this video will be some snippets or some clips from week 3 onwards, and then I'm going to try and start making potentially a monthly HRT video across the next year to see how things go, because I think actually this process of adapting to hormones and menopause and all the changes that come with this time of life, I think is going to be a bigger thing to get through than just a few weeks on HRT and everything's fine again, because I think there's more to it than just HRT. Hi again, it is now day 16. So we're in week 3. Today's the first day I've taken the estrogen and progesterone combined tablet. I'm reading on a great website called Menopause Matters. Some women do find this particular progesterone in the Estelle duet difficult to get on with. So I am worried about my PMT symptoms coming back. Having said that, moving into week 3 as we are now, my mood is definitely better. My anxiety is way down. I haven't really experienced anxiety for a good 4 or 5 days now. Not beyond the normal anxiety that I would get when I'm doing presentations and things, for example, at work. But I'm not waking up anxious. I'm not having anxious dreams. And my mood feels much more stable and around about a 5 or a 6 on my scale. And very much aches and pains improving. I've been jogging. I haven't done any yoga since the weekend, but no problems there. My hands are a real good indicator because they were getting really stiff. Still a tiny bit achy, but not feeling stiff at all. And I feel like strength is coming back in my hands as well. So all good so far as we enter week 3. But I just need to be aware of how these next 12 days go. So I'm going to keep doing this daily for now. Yeah, it's Good Friday today and it's day 17, so it's the second day that I have taken the combined estrogen and progesterone tablet. I've also been for a run this morning and I'm about to go out to lunch. Generally feeling okay. I think I felt a little bit spaced out last night and a little bit anxious. I got like a shortness of breath feeling and I was wondering if that was the progesterone, but I haven't noticed that today, so that might not be related. I feel absolutely fine today. Hi, it's day 18 today and it's the 3rd day I've taken the combined estrogen and progesterone tablet. Definitely gone down a little bit since I started the combined tablet, and I don't know whether it is the progesterone. I woke up feeling quite nauseous this morning, very anxiety provoking dreams last night, and I've got this real sense of anxiety in my chest, and it's at the Easter weekend, so there's no reason for me to be feeling anxious, and definitely feeling quite low in mood again. So I'm wondering if it is the progesterone giving me PMT type symptoms. So we'll have to see how the next 8-9 days go. But yeah, a bit disappointing to not feel so great today. But hi, so I think it's day 19, though it might be day 20. I missed yesterday. So I've been on the estrogen and progesterone combined tablet since I think it's the 4th or 5th day now. Yesterday was an okay day. It was Easter Sunday, so I spent at home doing some gardening. This morning I woke up really feeling really anxious, churning in my stomach, and this feeling I get in my throat when I'm feeling anxious, and I had quite anxious dreams again, and I'm wondering if it's the progesterone element of the HRT. However, I did go for quite a long run this morning and took the dog with me, and it made a real difference to my anxious feelings. I came back feeling much better, much more myself again. So I don't think low mood has been so much of a problem this week, but anxiety has been. So it's the end of day 21, the end of week 3, and today has not been a good day. I found myself waking up increasingly anxious over the last few days, and I started the progesterone and estrogen combined tablet on Thursday, and it's now Tuesday the following week. But this morning I woke up feeling really, really anxious, and the anxious feeling yesterday went when I went for a run, but I had work to do at home today. But I just, the anxious feeling just got worse and worse and worse. I felt more and more awful, horrible negative thoughts. Generally been a really poor day. I burst into tears when my husband came home. Just really tearful and not myself. I really don't think the progesterone element of less duet that I'm on is suiting me. So I need to go back and see the doctor again. And see if I can try a different sort of HRT, because this anxiety is pretty awful. In fact, I feel worse than I did before I started. So it's day 22. Not had a very good few days. I thought things were really going better. I felt like my mood was picking up and I was feeling more myself, but I don't know whether it's related to the progesterone part of the tablet or not. But I felt terribly anxious the last 2 days. This morning I woke up feeling anxious, but not as bad as yesterday. But it's still there now, still got this kind of knot in my stomach. I've tried running, walking fast, HIIT training to try and get rid of some of the adrenaline, but it's not going. And I'm seeing the doctor on Friday, except I'm seeing a different doctor in a different surgery, and I've only got 15 minutes, and based on the first consultation that I had, I didn't feel that she really listened to me. Obviously, I don't know if this depression and anxiety is related to my hormones. I can only assume that it is. And I did feel like I was improving on the estrogen part of the HRT, but I kind of feel like I've gone way back to square one. I would say I'm about a 2 on the scale. So I'm going to go see the doctor on Friday and see if I can at least change the HRT to one with a progesterone that doesn't have as many side effects as this one, because it is well known that this particular progesterone in the LS duet, and it's called norethosone, I think, is particularly bad for PMT-based symptoms. I just kind of feel like I was really rushed out of the GP surgery the first time and not listened to, and I'd done lots of research around what might be best for me, but I wasn't given an opportunity to talk about that. But yeah, so generally things aren't going so well at the moment in week 4. Hi, it's day 25. I didn't get around to recording anything yesterday, but pretty much the same as the beginning of the week, which is since starting the progesterone element of the LS, all the benefits I was feeling in mood seemed to disappear, and in fact my anxiety went higher than before I started HRT. I went back to the doctors this morning because I stopped taking the LS progesterone element on Tuesday. I went back to the doctors this morning first thing. My anxiety was reduced this morning, definitely, compared to what it was at the beginning of the week. And I went armed with information from the Menopause Matters website about which HRTs don't contain the norethosone, I think it's called, progesterone. Because that's potentially what I have been sensitive to. And she was quite happy to listen. It was a different doctor to the one before. I actually felt a bit more listened to this time. And she's put me on Femiston 2 milligrams. So hopefully that will get rid of the flushes that I was still getting when I was on the LS, suggesting the 1 milligram wasn't enough. And the progesterone is a different sort. It's not derived from testosterone. And women report much less side effects on it, so I'm really hopeful this is going to work better, but I'm not on that part of it at the moment, so there'll be another 2 weeks before I start that part again. I have started a period today. I guess it isn't really a period, it's a bleed, because the progesterone has done its job, which is to shed the lining of the womb, because that's what estrogen does. Estrogen increases the lining of the womb, and the progesterone element then gets rid of that. So coming to the end of week 4, Definitely been struggling with anxiety over the last week, and it's been up and down over the last couple of days. Though I was drinking alcohol last night, a few rhubarb gins, and I know anxiety and alcohol don't go together very well, so that may be why I've woken up a bit anxious. It's beginning to dissipate now, but yeah, I have to say that my initial excitement in the first 2 weeks, I'm still really quite struggling quite a lot. With a dip in mood, particularly in the afternoon. I certainly felt that yesterday, which was difficult because I was at a sort of family event and wasn't feeling very upbeat and was feeling anxious, but that did go away during the evening, probably due to the gin. Hi, this is the last day of week 4, day 28. I missed yesterday. After a month, I'm on my second HRT with more estrogen in it. I think the jury's out as to whether this is working or not at the moment. I think I need to be on HRT longer, so I'll keep making this diary. Mood's been a bit better today, but yesterday it wasn't. So on the rating scale for yesterday, I'd say I was about a 3. Today's been more like a 4. It's really late. I'm tired because I've just got home, but I just wanted to check in, and I will see you again soon. Bye. Hi, it's day 29, so the beginning of week 5. Generally just really been struggling on and off with waking with anxiety, low moods, try and have a more positive day, just trying to get on with things and I almost feel like I'm focusing too much on the HRT and too much on my mood, and maybe that's part of the problem, that it's become a habit. So I'm just gonna try and get on with things for a bit and not try and overthink everything, and potentially not making more of these videos for a few days and just see how I feel. So I think I'll review at the end of week 5, so I'll just do one long video to see how the week has been generally. Bye. Well, hello, it's been a while actually, because I think the last time I recorded a video was where I said that I need to stop focusing on feeling sorry for myself and just get on with things and let the HRT take its course for a bit. And I've been taking the Femistone 210 ever since then. I'm coming to the end of the combined progesterone estrogen tablets, but I've yet to have the dreaded period. And it's been an interesting 2.5 weeks. I think I did the right thing by not recording for a while. I think I just was getting so obsessed and focused on how I was feeling that it wasn't helping me. I'd like to say everything's great now, but I've still got a way to go. But I've just been watching back some of those videos from a few weeks ago, and though I would say I am still not in the best of places, I'm certainly not worse. And potentially I am moving in the right direction. I'm certainly still battling the morning anxiety, that morning dread, as many women call it, and I'm still battling with a low mood, but I've been more productive at work. I felt more confident at work. I felt more competent. And what I have been doing is lots and lots of talking to my husband about how I'm feeling and being really upfront and honest, and actually really more importantly talking to other women, all my friends, about how I'm feeling, finding out about how they're feeling, and it just helps to know that I am not alone. And actually there's a wider point to this, though I think my hormones are all over the place, and that's certainly impacting on me. I think at 47 going on 48, I'm right in the middle of a midlife crisis as well. And what I've come to realise is it doesn't matter where you are in your life. I mean, I've just completed a doctorate and started a new career in something I've always wanted to do, but I'm still struggling with my direction, what I want. I'm still re-evaluating my life, and I've spoken to lots of people from my yoga class, from my friends from school, who are all in their sort of late 40s. My husband, he's 48, and this is not unique to women, this is not unique to me. I think this is a time of life where you do begin to re-evaluate what you've been doing for the last 20 years, whether you're in the place you want to be, and I guess you start thinking about what's important, you know, what do you want to be doing for the next 20 years. So I guess what I'm saying is I'm going to keep going with the HRT, and I'm going to keep keeping my diary. but I'm not going to expect the HRT to fix everything. I think I have to kind of work out for myself what my next steps in life are.